I found out my wife is cheating on me. I confronted her and she says it was just online flirting. I found that my wife is cheating with a high school friend she reconnected with a couple weeks ago. I have the full log of text messages between them in all its sordid detail. From these messages it seems clear that they did it at least 3 times. Not only that, but she brags about having done it together with this guy to 2 of her friends. I confronted her and she burst into tears and started telling me it was just an online fantasy. She tells me that I drove her to this because I didn't pay enough attention to her and that she was desperate. Granted, we hadn't done it very often lately because I have a relatively low libido to begin with. I'm filled with resentment over the fact that I do 90% of the housework and childcare, and the fact that I haven't slept in bed for a couple of years because she likes to sleep with the kids. I guess I am culpable. Apparently I made her do this. She also says she stuck with me through all the things I have done in the past. I wasn't very good with money for a while and was overspending by forcing her to borrow money from her father. I had a brief period where I questioned my sexuality, bisexual, and have consumed major content frequently. Are these things equivalently odious? Should I allow myself to be guilted into staying in this marriage like this? Anyway, through all this I have no photos of them together, so I guess I can't definitively prove anything, yet the texts appear to be clear what happened despite her insistence that they are just fantasies. I start to relent, and give her what she wants. I suggest maybe we need to see someone to help sort through these problems. We did counseling in the past, but I am not a very emotionally open guy and had a hard time talking, but she also resisted the counselor whenever he pushed back against her. She wanted him to fix me and didn't take kindly to being told that she might have a role to play in our difficulties too. So after we conclude this discussion, with her steamrolling me, and offering to let me text her lover and friend for more info, I come to find out later from her text messages that she was texting both her lover and one of her friends to see if they would cover for her and tell me it was fantasy only. LOL. I printed every text message she sent him. Why would she use text to contact someone to arrange cover? Good grief. I haven't confronted her about this yet. But it sure doesn't bode well for any reconciliation. We tried to have some reconciliation intimacy afterwards, but before I read her attempts to cover things up, but I had a hard time staying switched on and couldn't finish because I kept thinking about the things that were said in the messages. I don't know about reconciliation. I was all set to leave her and then the crocodile tears got to me. But this new revelation of cover stories opens it all up again. I don't know what to do anymore. She makes more than I do, we have a house, kids, etc. And being a very involved parent, I need to have my kids at least 50/50ths. I am afraid that my low-paying job will hinder that as a possibility. Any advice? Thanks for reading. Make her pay you alimony and child support. But she's for the streets for sure, haha, right, like that's ever gonna happen. The courts hate men. Not true. If he is dealing with kids more and she makes more, courts look more at the way the children have been raised and don't want to upset that nature. Example, while extreme, would be Kelly Clarkson getting a divorce. She has to pay her husband $200K a month because she makes much more than him, even though he has money as he is a successful music producer. Not so. Both of my mother's ex-husbands were deadbeats who made almost nothing, and they got a tidy sum in the divorce from their work. My dad made the same as my mom, so that was more even, but he got reduced child support and his credit cleared almost immediately because guess who doesn't have 4 kids? That's a myth. My ex-wife also got railroaded in her divorce. She lost the house, got no alimony, and none of the possessions, even the ones she had bought. She basically did a clean slate divorce and didn't push it, and that was that. Usually in a divorce, men don't ask for 50/50ths custody. When they do, the courts look on that very lovingly. And another big shocker is that most of the time when a father fights for full custody, if he really wants it, he gets that, too. The reason for the discrepancy is because fewer men ask for joint custody or want it. The numbers don't tell the full story. An ex-buddy of mine also got joint custody and a little bit in the divorce because he'd taken care of the kids and was a great dad. Men usually get what they ask for from the court, but they rarely ask for it, and like most people in society falsely believe that kids need their mom more. That's changed over the years as more people realize the value of fathers. When somebody blames you for their lies, they reveal their character. You cannot make somebody cheat, that is on her. She does not respect you and has lost feelings for you. Good luck. Hi, well, I guess you have your solid proof now with the text asking her to cover for her. Do not let her know yet that you have those. First thing you need to do is speak to a lawyer to hear what your options are and how a divorce would look like. Also, do not let her know you talked to a lawyer. Second, go work on yourself, Go to the gym, learn new stuff, take a hobby. This will keep your mind focused on other stuff, and you are making an even better version of you. Also keep paying attention to the kids. Third, act indifferent to her. If she asks why you acting like this, then just say the messages keep on bothering you, you have to process it all. Keep on gathering evidence, the more the better. If she was going to love her by car, place a tracker in the car, take screenshots of the location where the car is. The lawyer will tell when it is time to confront her. Till then, do not let Het know anything you know. Take care. I am very angry right now. My wife went to see her doctor today. When I got home, she told the doctor her story. She told me that the doctor agrees with her that she had no choice but to do what she did and that she shouldn't take any blame for her actions. She also told her doc that I have been talking to my dad about this affair. His doctor apparently says I was wrong to do it. But what? He's my dad. I have a friend in this town and he's generally supportive, but not terribly deep. Who the hell else am I supposed to talk to? I can't turn around here without bumping into someone that doesn't know all of my dirty laundry, since my wife has always been fond of offloading all of her relationship problems in her friends, and she knows this bothers me. We had this argument a few years ago where she was talking to friends, including mutual friend, about her problems with me. It got to the point where I was embarrassed to be around my friends since they seemed to know everything going on, from my wife's point of view of course. And the minimizing of my feelings continues. She says, "Oh, don't be angry, just calm down, just get over it." I am so totally angry right now that I am shaking. This is a whole new level of manipulation. Livid. I think I read you yesterday. Your wife showed no signs of regret, right? It seems to me that no doctor would say such a thing to her patient. I think this is an invention of your wife's manipulative mind. Just her doctor tells her that she should not feel bad about what she did, really. And then he just told her that it is wrong for you to seek support from your dad. It's even bitterly funny that you still believe something of what comes out of her mouth. Man, I don't get it. Why do you keep hurting yourself? I don't see any possibility of reconciliation. Come on, bro, a WW must show regret, guilt, and empathy. And she doesn't show any of that. She tells you, get over it, instead. Wow, just wow. Run, please. It's your call, but honestly I would have talked to a lawyer and filed for divorce. Good luck, friend. OP, oh, now I didn't say that I believe it. I know she is trying to manipulate me. I don't see this doctor doing this either. I know her quite well, since she is also the kids' family doctor and I have always been the one to take them for their annual checkups, etc. I have an appointment with the lawyer early next week. Hi op, it is obvious that you are trapped in that toxic relationship. So, what you are wanting for? Don't argue or confront her anymore. Just stop to interact with her. Consult a lawyer and see what your options are. The serve her in the place who makes the more damage to her. OP, I'm hoping to serve her at work, in front of the co-workers who have been encouraging this behavior.